Hello students, myself Suresh VS. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to discuss with you a poem from the textbook of class 10th students, The First Flight. The title of the poem is Dust of Snow. It's written by an American poet, Robert Frost. He was born in 1874 and died in 1963. He is a world famous poet. And if you go through his personal life, you can see that it is filled with or plagued with a lot of troubles, grief, sorrows, and loss. In 1912, he sailed to UK with his family because he was not acknowledged in his country, or even the publishers of America were not ready to publish his poems. But in 1915, he came back to America, his home country. By the time he became a world famous poet. This poem, Dust of Snow, that was published in 1923 in the book of New Hampshire. If you go through the poems of Robert Frost, we can see that it contains a lot of deeper meanings rather than the surface meanings they give to us. So Robert Frost, some of the poems like Road Not Taken, Melting Wall, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening are world famous. And I would like to say about Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening because the last few lines of this poem was quoted by Jawaharlal Nehru and kept on his working table because it reminded him about his duties or his obligation towards his country as well as his people. So I would like to recite that 4 lines. Woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promised to keep and miles to travel before I sleep. That means he has to go for a long distance. A traveler is attracted by a beautiful scene, but he does not want to stop there because he has to complete a long journey before he sleeps. That means in our life we may come across a lot of happiness or enjoyment, but dear students, we should not stop there. We have to move ahead because we have to complete or reach our destination, and that's the meaning of that. So here, this poem, I will go through this poem first. The way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of my mood and saved some part of a day I had wrote. I see this poem is very short as well as very simple, but it gives a deeper meaning to us. Let us go through it. And before going through this poem, I would like to tell you that sometimes you see that some moments in our life that can change our mood, as well as you see that some things that we have, some actions or activities are considered as ill omen or inauspicious, like a black cat crossing the road in front of us, breaking the mirror, as well as walking under a ladder. All these things are considered as an ill omen. And you see that we hope that in that case we won't be able to fulfill our activities or complete our activities. Same like you see that here the poet is standing under a tree. So the poem is set in winter season. While standing under a tree, a crow makes some movement. As a result of that, dust of snow, that fall upon the poet. The dust of snow here means particles of snow. They are small particles or tiny particles of snow. Okay, that's why dust of snow is used here. And as a result of that, what happened when it fell upon the poet? What happened? Has given my heart a change of mood. That means his mood has changed immediately. Then what was his mood? Before he was very sad and gloomy. He thought that his day was a waste. And immediately you see that this action of the crow, maybe it was trying to, flapping its wings or trying to fly from there, or some other movements that caused for the falling of snowflakes on him. But immediately the poet became very happy. He could enjoy that atmosphere. The falling of the snowflakes was enjoyed by him. So suddenly a change happens to him, and what happens? And saved some part of a day I had a root, and a root means held as regret. Okay, and you see that he thought that the other part of the day would be a waste for him. But now this small action of the crow, it resulted in the change of his mood, and he hoped that the day has been converted for a good one. Or and you see that he is the whole day that was not ruined. At least the other part of the day is useful for him. This is the meaning of the poem. But you see that this poet has used a lot of poetical devices, and let us go through that. First of all, irony. The irony, what is the irony here? Here one creature is used, that is a crow. You know that the crow is a symbol of evil, and it is considered as a symbol of darkness, death, gloom, etc. And another word used here, hemlock tree. Hemlock tree, it's a poisonous tree with white flowers. He would have used the name of another word like a peacock or cuckoo, etc. But you see that the crow that gives a negative aspect or a negative meaning. And the same way, in place of hemlock tree, he would have used a banyan tree and auspicious tree. But these two elements used in his poem are the negative aspects. But even then, these negative aspects could bring happiness or pleasure to the poet. And same like you see, so this is an irony used by the poet. Now let us see the rhyme scheme used by the poet. So let us examine it. The first word of the last word of the first line, that is crow, and second line, that is me, and the third line, that is snow, and the last one, that is tree. So the first line, the first word, we can give A, and second one B, and the third one, you see that the snow rhymes with crow, we can repeat A here, as well as the tree rhymes with B, so it is B. So the rhyme scheme of the first stanza, that is AB, AB. Now let us examine the second stanza. The word ends in first line, that is heart, and second line mood, and third one part. Then heart, let us take it as a C, and mood as D. And here heart spelled same or rhymes with the part, so C is repeated here, and mood with rude, so D is repeated here. So the second stanza's rhyme scheme is CD, CD. Now another important poetic device used here, that is alliteration. See, what is alliteration? Alliteration, that is the repetition of the consonant, word or letters in the in closely packed or connected words. You can see that some alliteration used, H, and in heart H, these consonant words are repeated. So this is an example for alliteration. And again you see that in this word and saved some part, yes, 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 it is repeated here. So this is also another example for alliteration. When we go to the last line, you can see that they had root. It sounds same. So this is also another example for alliteration. Now let us see another point used here, that is inversion. Inversion, that is the reversal of the sentences, or we can say that the sentences are used in a reverse order for maintaining the rhyme scheme. Here you see that the way a crow swooped down on me, the dust of snow from hemlock tree. Here you can see that the sentences that are used in a reverse order in order to maintain this rhyme scheme. So this is an example for inversion. And next one, that is assonance. Assonance, that is the repeated use of the vowel sound. The example for the assonance is chu, O sound. The vowel sound is repeated here. So this is an example for assonance. The last one, that is enjambment. Enjambment means the continuation of the lines without a pause or a punctuation mark. It goes from one line to another without any punctuation mark. That is known as enjambment. You can notice that the sentence starts from the word the and ends in root, and you can see the full stop only at the end. So it's an example for enjambment. So dear students, you see that the central idea of the poem is that human judgment on certain issues can be misleading. So we keep a lot of ideas, and we keep a lot of we make a wrong judgment that can mislead us. And also you see that it experiences significance of small things in changing and attitude. Even the small things, you see that small incidents, the small moments, small actions that are very important, that can make changes in our mood and in our life. And another important thing is that nature is the source of pleasure. So the poet, even the Robert Frost itself, is called as the poet of nature, and he thinks that we can find pleasure in nature. The nature comfort us. So always we have to turn to nature. The nature has such a marvelous power to heal everything. And you see that some creatures which are linked with the negative aspects of life also can bring changes and happiness. So here example, the crow, hemlock tree and all, they are related to some negative aspects, but they can bring happiness. So dear students, I conclude here. I hope all of you understood this poem, and please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you. See you soon.